Hi, welcome back everyone. It seems that GGG finally remembered about their small pet project called pathofexile 1 and they decided to try to revive it for a bit. In this video I'm going to talk about my Leaguestarter and some interesting build ideas that I had in my mind or I have found on the YouTube that you might want to try. Some of them will be Leaguestartable, some of them don't. But since we have access to crazy OP gear from the tree, most of the builds should be pretty easy to start. Be aware that we yet to see the changes for the ascendancies, so some of the builds might be a bit stronger or even weaker. My main goal of this video is to get some inspiration to all of you guys. If you like any build here, don't forget to check out the links of the video of original creator in the description below. Okay, let's start with the build in no particular order. First one is going to be the build that I'm most likely going to start and it's going to be Shrine Stacker, Daughter of Shabi. The basic idea behind this build is that you can stack some idols to get really high duration of the shrines on you. In 327, GGG buffed the Guardian's Shrine Ascendancy passive, making the shrine last 20 seconds instead of 10. So if GGG doesn't forget to buff it as well, it's going to be even better than it was last Phrecia event. The best thing about Shrine Stacking is that you basically don't need to invest anything into resistances at all. Why, you might ask? Most of you probably didn't know that, but the shrines buffs that we get from those sources are weighted. You can see on this screenshot that the second highest weighting is the Resistance Shrine. This means that with some investment to the Shrine effect, you will be able to get 90 max res without any resistance on your gear. By default, you get 50 res from the Shrine. So if you get 200% increased Shrine buff effect on you, you will get 150 necessary resistance to get from -60 to +90. Also, you will gain some defensive benefits from the Massive Shrine or from Energy Shield one. Don't forget about offensive shrines such as Diamond and Acceleration Shrines. Sometimes you're going to get Glooming Shrine, and of course you're going to get pretty much permanent shrine buffs from the shrine and the mouse themselves. So yeah, overall really solid choice with some defense and offensive for this league. There are several versions of this build. If you like melee, you can try to go for Evasion Shrine Stacking melee build that Root 2 made last Phrecia event. He has some nice PUBs, so you can easily league start with it. Personally, I'm probably going to start as a Wander instead. If you were on my last streams, then you know that my current character is 500% movement speed kinetic blast of clustering map blaster. I really like this build, so I'm going to make something similar. You get some whiz from the Ascendancy, combined with the Grace of the Goddess Wand, and you get some absurd stuff happening on your screen. Also, you can get Forbidden Sight for either Warden or Deadeye, and for the 4th Ascendancy, I'm probably going to take Tigers from the ANR. And another reason that I'm going to start with the Ranger class is that I will be able to reroll into Mana Striker Whisperer later. So yeah, if you're interested in this version of the build, feel free to follow me on Twitch. Continuing with the Daughter of Shabi, you can play another very interesting Leaguestarter build, and I'm talking about Poison Spell Slinger Volatile Death of Seeding build. This league GGG buffed VD, so I kinda wanted to try it once more, and this is the perfect time to do so. For this build, you can follow Zizaran's build guide from the last event. You can follow it pretty much exactly, but instead of DD, I would suggest playing VD instead. That build features solid defenses and occasional damage for Leaguestar. It's really easy to gear, straightforward one-button gameplay, so what you can ask for. Next build is going to be Ancestral Commander General's Cry Tectonic Slam of Catalyzing build. Do you want to be immortal without any crazy investments? Do you want to kill everything on screen without you paying attention to anything and just loot the drop? Do you want to be able to do all content in the game semi-AFK? Then this build is perfect for you. This build requires very low level of investments to be able to do everything very comfortable. With the addition of some interesting Foulborn items, you might be able to make this build even stronger than it was before. Now let's move forward to the good old classic of PoE. Cyclone Paladin. I still remember to this day when we were able to get Cyclone AoE so crazy high that it was bigger than entire screen. Good old days. But anyways, Locati made good Leaguestarter video for this build. At the beginning, this build is more squishy side, but the more you invest into it, the better it becomes. High damage, block and suppression cap, straightforward gameplay of just cycling around, good levels of recovery. Overall, pretty solid build that you can play this league, and I'm definitely recommend you trying this one out if it's been some time since you last played Cyclone. Moving forward to the next build, which is going to be Poison SRS Servant of Arakali. Usually, SRS is one of the best minion skills for league starts. Combine it with the free Envy Aura which you can get at the first lap, you can zoom through the axe literally with 3 links. But don't forget about the tree and the fact that it's going to be really easy to get links, so yeah. This build might be one of the easiest one to start this event. This build features good level of damage and defenses, you don't need to aim your skill and just spam SRS. There are a lot of places for investment, so you can continue playing this build for the entire duration of the event. Overall, really solid choice for anyone who never played minions and wants somewhat engaging minion gameplay. Okay, now let's move forward to the build ideas that are not really league startable, but the builds that you might want to try after you get some currency. Let's start with the interesting Auto Bomber Rage Vortex for Berserking Whisperer build. With this build you will be able to do all content with ease, face tank everything, deal hundreds of millions damage, while looking cool. This build requires some buttons to be pressed, but it's definitely worth it. I made similar build for the usual league, and the build turned out to be the true PoE build with crazy amount of interesting interaction. So if you want to learn something about the game, I would definitely recommend you watching my video as well, just for the sake of remembering why we love this game so much. Next, if we are talking about crazy Phrecia builds, it's hard not to mention one of the strongest builds of the last event, and I'm talking about Manaforge Arrow Whisperer build. It's the same as the previous one, face tank anything, hundreds if not billions damage, but this time without clunky playstyle of Rage Vortex build. You can kinda league start with this build or slowly transition to it. I might actually try it as well later during the event, as I was not able to play it last time. Another interesting build that you might want to try is Blind Prophet Hidden Blade Abyss Jewel Stacker. This build is really fun and fast auto-bobber playstyle. It is perfect for farming something like Legion with Headhunter or straight up farming solo 5-way if you manage to get a Headhunter quickly. But this build will feel nice even if you get something like Replica Headhunter, but be aware. This build is not really tanky, so it's not recommended for those who hate dying and use more than one portal per map. And last but not least, since we keep the Bloodline Ascendancy, this might be the perfect event to get crazy high ward numbers. Combining Antiquarian with Overlord Bloodline can yield some interesting results. There are several skills that you can play around this interaction. Main one is Cobra Lash, but I would recommend you trying something different. For example, you can try starting with Cobra Lash and later transition into Matthew's cast on Critical Strike Reap. Well, this is it guys. I hope you get some inspiration after watching this video. If you already have decided on Leaguestarter, feel free to share with me in the comments below. I have several builds done in 3.27 that just need to record and make the build guides, so I will play in both leagues and event if I have more time. Anyways, if you like the builds in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it motivates me making more videos and build guides. If you want to watch me play live, ask a question or just have a chat, feel free to follow me on Twitch. If you want to support me financially, there are links in the description below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!